Thank you. A state lawmaker is suing Instagram's owner for its role in his son's tragic passing. It comes amidst mounting nationwide calls for stricter regulations on social media platforms. Becky Buds has the story.
The 93-page lawsuit filed on January 23rd alleges Meta failed Gavin by not having in place tools like age verification and effective parent controls. It also says Meta's apps are contributing to children's mental health issues like depression and anxiety.
This is actually his spray paint tag. So he would skate. And this is the Goop symbol, which is his nickname.
York County Representative Brandon Guffey keeps his son Gavin's memory alive in every corner of his office at the South Carolina State House. At 17 years old, Gavin had just graduated from high school and was getting ready for college with plans to become an art teacher.
This was a note that Gavin wrote me whenever he was very young, and it says, I love you, Daddy, on the back.
In July 2022, Guffey says Gavin received a message on Instagram from someone he believed to be a girl. The conversation grew intimate and then criminal. As Guffey says, Gavin became a victim of sextortion. Sextortion is the practice of extorting money from someone by threatening to reveal evidence of their sexual activity. In Gavin's case, a few pictures had been sent. Within hours, the 17-year-old had died by suicide.
And this is the less than 3 sign, which was the last message that he sent out before he took his life.
As the Guffey family grieved their son, they were astonished as they say the same scammers that targeted Gavin then tried to extort money from the family.
I mean, to go as far as to send me a message less than 30 days after Gavin's death to say, did I tell you your son begged for his life, shows you how evil these people can be.
Sextortion is a problem nationwide, with the FBI reporting over 13,000 cases between October 2021 and March 2023. Phil Tahara is the Assistant Special Agent in charge at the Columbia Field Office.
It's increasing again because of the platforms that minors are using and the opportunities from offenders that are overseas, and just some of the challenges to hold those individuals accountable.
Tahara says sextortion attempts typically spike during breaks from school. He adds shame and fear often prevent minors from seeking help or reporting the crime.
For parents and adults, establishing relationships with minors so they're comfortable sharing this with them if they make a mistake, and then the importance of those adults to then contact law enforcement and the FBI.
Taking action in memory of his son, Guffey spearheaded Gavin's Law, which passed in 2023 and made sextortion of a minor a felony in South Carolina.
I want people to say, what is South Carolina doing? How are they leading the fight?
For Guffey, another fight is looming. Now, he's taking legal action against Meta, which owns Instagram, alleging wrongful death and gross negligence in Gavin's death.
I think America is ticked off, and we've had enough. These companies need to realize that they've got to make a change.
I spoke to media attorney Jay Bender about the lawsuit. He says Section 230, a federal law and part of the Communications Decency Act, provides legal immunity to websites like Instagram and Facebook.
The members of Congress were persuaded by the tech companies that the only way the internet would work is to shelter interactive websites from liability.
On January 31st, during hearings on Capitol Hill on the topic of online safety, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham urged the repeal of Section 230 while grilling the heads of 5 social media giants, including Meta's CEO Mark Zuckerberg.
Mr. Zuckerberg, you and the companies before us, I know you don't mean it to be so, but you have blood on your hands.
Graham says he plans to push for the passage of online safety reform on the Senate floor this fall. In January of this year, the South Carolina House passed 2 bills requiring age verification on porn and social media sites. Bender says both the suit and new laws face an uphill battle until federal law is changed.
So I think there's no hope of state legislation changing what these companies do, and it seems to me there's no hope for this litigation.
Despite this, Guffey is urging other parents to fight back.
I honestly hope that every parent that has had a child that's been extorted, I hope they file a lawsuit.
A Meta spokesperson told News 19 in a statement that it, quote, wants teens to have safe, age-appropriate experiences online, and that the company has over 30 tools and resources to support them and their parents. Adding, quote, We encourage teens and adults to report suspicious content, activity, or accounts to us if they feel unsafe, and we reach out to law enforcement in cases of imminent harm. In the meantime, Guffey says he'll continue his advocacy work at the State House and through his Less Than 3 Foundation, which raises money and awareness of mental health and teen suicide.
If we can just spread that message that tomorrow needs you and get people to think before they act.
Reporting in Columbia, Becky Buds, News 19, WLTX.
So far, 33 other states are suing Meta for similar complaints regarding their failure to protect children.